Okay, today we speak a little bit on Iran. Okay, now in Venezuela, they kidnapped the leader, but the Venezuelan system is still with BRICS. So what happened in Venezuela? I mean, they kidnapped Maduro, but most of the people in Venezuela are still with the BRICS, and some of the people in Venezuela has collaborated with America, so they are going after them. They are doing it now. If you take the leader, special leader, she had some dialogue with the Americans, but her father was a revolutionary, and whatever you call him, you might not want to use that word, and she was killed by the Western forces. So she is having some dialogue with America, but the system is with China and Russia. The Venezuelan leader or kidnapped leader, he is with, and his wife is with America. So this is a severe defeat for America. Now, and most of the Latin American countries, whether leaders are with America or not, that's not different. People in Latin America countries have aligned with China together with Canada. Even Canada is in that they are Carney. Mr. Carney is, I may be pronouncing his name a little bit wrong. He has agreements with China. So now when it comes to Iran, about 600 people have died. That is, those are unofficial reports, and it is mainly confined to 3 areas in the country. And it is who is behind this is America and Israel. So when it comes to Israel Prime Minister, somebody asked Donald Trump, why didn't you kidnap Benjamin Netanyahu? Why did you kidnap Maduro? Because Netanyahu is supposed to be a war criminal, and Donald Trump didn't have answer to that. Now Iran, now if you take the Western economic system, which I call Newtonian economics, that's my labeling of economics. I believe in thermodynamical economics. So my whole Western economic system is based on treasury bills and treasury bonds, and that six months or something like that, 1 month, 100, 1 year. I mean, the divisions are artificial, and there is severe liquidity crisis in Western banks, and also the capital has eroded. Because if you take the Western present Newtonian economics with this Dr. Nandalal, Dr. Harini, Harsha Disila, they are based on treasury bills or T-bills. So Western banking system in severe crisis. Okay, they are both capital and liquidity crisis, and Jerome Powell has pumped a lot of money into the system through the American Central Bank, or what you call Federal Reserve. Now in Venezuela, America doesn't have a leader. They gave Nobel Prize to Machado, but Donald Trump rejected her. Now in Iran, they don't have a leader. They are promoting Shah of Iran's son. Son was living in West, and there is a lot of protest against the Iranian regime or Iranian government in Western countries, and they are promoting son of Shah. Now Shah was installed by America, right? There was an election in 1950s or 1960s. I mean, these dates are there. You can go to the internet and refer it. And Mossadegh was removed, and they installed this. So they are trying to install Shah's son. That means Americans they have no leader. just like in Venezuela. Okay? So, if you take this protest because of the sanctions were there for about 45 years against Iran, and the food prices have gone up by 40% of the land, and some of this violence was not done by the, from what we know, these are unconfirmed reports, so I might be telling you totally wrong things, okay? That violence was carried out by the opposition, not the government. Government also carried out, but there is a clash. And what is shown in Western media is not true. Okay? There is a lot of, if you have food inflation 40%, there has to be opposition. And you have to have some reforms in Iran, whether you like it or not, they have to have it. So, this you have to change the structure of governance, and some of these religious leaders, they have no understanding of so-called modern economics. Modern economics is a fraud, okay? If you take the Western economics, they are based on government bonds, so it's a fraud, okay? It's based on these fiat currencies, and they are trying to tie some of these Western currencies to stable coins. That means you have these electronic coins tied to the dollar. So again, it is not stable. So present economics, which is promoted by Dr. Nandalal and Dr. Arsadilal and Dr. Indrajit Kumarasamy, has no basis. Okay, they are fraud. So if now America is going to hit Iran, but they don't have a leader, they don't have anybody to replace. See, so that means Iran has to have some kind of reforms. You can't go on like this, okay? The religious people can't rule the country. There has to be input from other. So if you take Raisi had some understanding. This president doesn't have much understanding, and he was sympathetic to the Americans. He thought that you could have deal with the Americans. You can't do that. As long as Israel is there, because it is Israel who controls the Western political system. And with the Epstein files, things are coming out, okay? And the crucial thing when it comes to the Epstein files, it will be Donald Trump's wife, Melania wife. What's her role? And she is trying to suppress certain information getting out. So if the Americans are getting ready to hit Iran, if Americans getting ready to hit Iran, then Iran can easily win the war. They can stop the oil flow, right? In West Asia. If you stop the oil flow in West Asia, the Western economics will fall, because Western economics are based on this toilet paper, mostly toilet paper. It is not based on entropic capital. It's mostly based on toilet paper and electronic coins, okay? Like bitcoins and things like that, and stable coins and things like that. They are trying to convert into stable coins, but even stable coins will be a fraud, because it is again tied to dollars. So if you take Israel, when there is a crisis, they always attack a country in the region. And before this October 7th, Netanyahu was trying to destroy the legal system in Iran, and people were protesting against it. And then when this October attack or terrorist thing or whatever you want to call happened in Palestine, then people rallied around Netanyahu. So if America attacks Iran, then people will rally around the Iranian government. And Iran has to do only one thing. It has to cut off the oil supply. If you cut off the oil supply in West Asia, okay, for me there is no Middle East. Middle East is something else. So Americans might whack Iran, but Iran has more weapons than anything else. And if that happens, what will happen is that there will be less strain on South America. So South Americans the Americans can't have war in two fronts. So that means South America will be liberated. So if America hits Iran, about 30-40% of Iran will be destroyed. But some of the American camps in West Asia will be attacked. And if you take Israel, Israel is very vulnerable. Israel is not an invincible nation. That is බොරු ඔය ඔක්කොම බොරු කියන්නේ. දැන් මේ දවස්වල ඉරානය ගැන ඔය බටහිර තියෙන ජනමාධ්‍ය වල වැරදි එකක් තියෙන්නේ. හොඳේ. ඉරානයේට පක්ෂ මිනිසුත් ඉන්නවා සෑහෙන. ඒතකොට දැන් මෙතන දැන් මෙතන වෙන්නේ සමහර දේවල් අර යුක්‍රේන් වල වෙච්ච දේ වගේ ගත්තා. යුක්‍රේන් වලත් ඒ හමුද රජයෙන් නෙමෙයි මැරුවේ පිටින් ආව මිනිස්සු මැරුවේ. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් මේ ගඩාෆි ගැන වීඩියෝ එකක් තියෙනවා. ගඩාෆි පැය 24ක්ද කොහෙත් තිස්සේ ඒකේ ගඩාෆි ගැන පෙන්නපු වීඩියෝ එක වැරදි. ඒක පිබ්බා YouTube එකේ දැන් ඉස්සරහට තියෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ. මම පොඩ්ඩක් බැලුවා ඒක. හරිද? උදේ බ්‍රෙක්ෆාස්ට් වලට බැලුවා. ඒක ගිහලා බලන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා මේ බටහිර රටවල කියන එක ඔක්කොම බොරු. West has no solution to Iran because if they are promoting Shah's son, now somebody has said the Shah's son has never done the job, right? So if they by any chance put Shah's son there, then we know what happened to Sri Lanka, right? People with inexperience, people with no experience, when you put them, it's going to be real crisis, okay? So there are a lot of aspects in this. You have to learn from Venezuela. China has got into, they have come back into the system. Americans have got the so-called leader in Venezuela and his wife, but the system is with China and Russia. So if the Americans attack Iran, it will unify Iran, and Iran has to destroy the oil supply, okay? And Iran will whack lot of cities in Israel. Israel has only about 5 cities, something like that. So Israel, within this 12-day war also, right? It was started by America and Israel, not Iran. But Iran, after about 2-3 days, they got back. A lot of people were killed. About 1,500 people were killed, right? They don't say that. The Americans bombed apartments, and Americans and Israelis bombed apartments and things there. They killed a lot of civilians. Then they don't talk about it. So if America whacks Iran, right, then there will be no fuel, oil supply from West Asia. That means the Western economies will be totally in chaos, right? So what I have to say is that economics, what I promoted, has been established. Now I understand a little bit of the Western economics. Western economics run on these treasury bonds, okay, T-bills, and they are just toilet paper, okay.